A very good evening, one and all. Hope you're able to see and hear me, guys. Good evening, everyone. Can I have some comments? Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Okay, fine, fine. So, we'll wait for few seconds so that others also join and we can start off this important strategy session which is required for JEE and other competitive exams. So today we will discuss about the mathematics strategy for your competitive exams, Eamcet, JEE, other competitive exams like KSET, so on and so forth. I'm Yashasvi Santosh, I'm your faculty member today, and I welcome you all to Spark Academy's session. So let's get started with it. I think considerable people have joined now. All right. So, firstly, guys, the timeline is you are in the first week of January now. You have your Feb, March, April, May, June. We will talk about this so far. Okay. Jan, Feb, March, April, May, and June. We will talk about this so far. And July, because this is when we are expecting. As of now, we know only this. As of now, the schedules which are given to you are Feb last week, you have your JEE 1 examination. March, you have your JEE 2 examination. April, you have your JEE 3. May, you have your JEE 4. And finally, in June, we will be having your uh, advance probably in May last week or June. Also, CBSE exams have been announced to be conducted in May. Right? So, this is the timeline which we know so far. Yes? Yes, guys? Yep. So, this is the timeline which we know so far. So, now it is important for us to know again, state they are saying in April as of now. The Telangana State Board, Karnataka State Board, all of them are saying the exams will be conducted in April, which is your board exam. So we still don't know the dates of MSET and so on and so forth, right? So basically, this is the timeline we know so far, and we need to now start planning seriously as to how we can cover the entire syllabus. So today I will be talking only about your maths paper and how we will cover it, right? So for the maths paper, correct, your Jan, Feb, and March, your Jan and Feb probably, which should be your syllabus completion as well as your identification of strengths, which is the strong topics. So by Feb, you should know what are your stronger areas. And also by the Feb first week or Jan last week to Feb first week, Jan last to Feb first week, you should also start giving mock tests for JEE because that exam you will be having in Feb. You are writing your first exam in the last week of Feb. So you should be at least giving you 3 to 4 mock tests for your JEE, right? And then, of course, the advantage you have this year with your JEE, you already know that your best of your 4 attempts will be considered. The best of your 4 attempts will be considered, right? So, keeping this into consideration, right, we will make a plan so that you will cover your entire attempts and you can improve your score in every attempt. Correct? So all of you will be at various levels of preparation. So I will classify your preparation levels into level 1, level 2, level 3. Level 1 are those who are yet to start anything. Those come under your level 1 category. Level 2 category, you have started your preparation, but you have just started practicing the questions. Only few questions in each topic you have practiced. Level 3 are those who have already finished your syllabus. So I'm not expecting you to be in level 3 so far. Most of the students are not expecting you to be in level 3 so far. You will either be at level 1 or level 2 or in between those two levels, right? So this is the preparation plan which I'm keeping into consideration that you are at level 1 or level 2, right? For this, what you need to know is, firstly, I think all of you know by now, all the Spark Academy students, you know by now that the major portions of mathematics are calculus, geometry, trigonometry, algebra, and probably vectors. Right? These are the main topics. And I will tell you something that within Jan and Feb, you should be able to finish these three. Your calculus, geometry, and trigonometry should be done by Feb. By Feb ending, it should be done. And probably if you take another month extra, March, you should be thorough with this. When I say done, you should be able to know the concepts, you should be able to solve the exercise questions, and you should also be able to do the previous year questions. Now, the advantage of doing this is calculus and geometry are the most important topics. So if you do calculus, if you do geometry, out of the questions which you have to attempt in your JEE mains, out of the 20 plus 5 out of 10 questions which you have to attempt, I am sure you will be able to do at least 12 to 15 questions if you just do calculus, geometry, and trigonometry. That is the score which you can expect. And that score, if you're close to that score, that means you already have 1 foot in your qualifying mark. So this will help you in qualifying for your examination. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? So your calculus, geometry, trigonometry, wherever you are at, you are expected to finish it in your Jan and Feb. That should be your plan basically. Of course, in geometry, you will have your 11th geometry, 12th geometry. Calculus also, you will have your 11th calculus, 12th calculus. And also, these are supposed to be the trickier topics. The difficult questions or your tricky questions will be asked usually from these topics alone. So you are ready for that as well. And trigonometry is an easy topic. So I want you to finish that as well before your Feb. Right? So once you start doing this, once you have this plan in place, right, the first thing, as I told you, you should do concepts, you should solve the exercise questions, and then the previous year questions, you will be ready. In our YouTube series, we will try to revise the important formulas and we will try to discuss few previous questions in our YouTube channel. In our regular classes, those of you who have joined Spark Academy students, our regular students, long-term students of Spark Academy, you have the complete schedule which is already going on right now, which is the morning live classes as well as evening live classes. So you're already following that schedule, but extra time I want you to cover these, the calculus and geometry part. Anyway, even at Spark Academy right now, when whatever topics I'm discussing, calculus is and geometry is my plan right now to make you thorough in calculus and geometry. Right? So once you do this, these are the number of questions which you can attempt. And then slowly from Feb onwards, you will be already written one exam. Even if you don't do well, it's fine. Give your best shot. Even if you don't do well, it's fine. You have the next month which you can cover your algebra and vectors. For this, you will take around 45 days to cover it thoroughly. Thoroughly, easily you can do. 30 days if you're already in a rhythm and if you're already in a flow, if you have basic idea of algebra and vectors, this is usually people don't find it difficult. Students don't find it difficult. So it will take around a month to 45 days to cover this as well. That means what? Ideally, by March ending or your April 1st week, you have completed your entire syllabus. Which means what? The next two exams, the next 2 months, whatever exams which are there, I will take you back to the timeline, which is what? Which is in April and May. You have enough time to prepare for your boards. You have enough time to prepare for your state level exams, as well as the other competitive exams like your NDA, your Eamcet, your KSET also you can prepare. So this is the fundamental plan which you should have in mind, guys. Yeah, fair enough, everybody? Yes? Yes, please. So this is what I'm expecting all of you to do it. Now, when we talk about this further, the next aspect which I want to talk about is how to prepare, right? For that, few steps are there. Firstly, mathematics. Firstly, you should know the concepts. How do you look at the concepts? You can look at the videos for all the regular students of Spark Academy, and then you have to read the synopsis of your study material. That is how you build your concepts. And of course, you will have lot of previous year questions and many materials which we are sharing in the Telegram group as well. Then, once you know the concepts, you should be thorough with the basic questions. And then your previous year questions. Once the mock tests start, the mock test questions as well. This should be your 4-point plan to crack any chapter. So any chapter, first thing which you should keep into consideration is the concepts, then your basic level questions, then the previous level questions, previous year questions, and the mock test questions. All these four you have to cover. And for Spark Academy students, I shared a tracker sheet wherein you can track whatever material which we provided to you. You can also track as to how you are preparing for the examinations. Right? So keeping all this into consideration, right, you will be ready to crack any question, any exam, any concept using this approach. The 4-point approach, I call this. Yes. And of course, in the previous sessions as well, I've also discussed few weightages of all the chapters. I will also share it in the Telegram group again in the next couple of days, so that you are comfortable with your preparation. Also, when you are looking at questions, this time you have 10 numeric type of questions. 10 numeric type of questions, out of which you are expected to attempt 5. So usually in numeric questions, we observe usually from geometry and algebra. Sometimes we observe trigonometric question as well, but geometry, almost across all the slots, at least one question in geometry you observe. Right? So when you are doing geometry, you are also exposed to the numeric type of questions as well. And as you know, in numeric type of questions, there is no negative marking, but at the same time, there are no options as well. So that risk versus reward is there in this. So you are expected to know the concept or the formula to crack these type of questions. Alright, so if you keep this into consideration, your preparation will be for the maths paper will become very easy. And starting from next week, we will be having weekly revision sessions of the topics. Right? We will discuss the concept, we will discuss few questions in that format. Alright? Yes. So this is about your competitive examination. So since the JEE dates are only announced officially, I discussed about this. As and when your other dates are announced, like your Eamcet or your state board examination or your KSET examination, I will discuss it as and when it comes. Also, we are pleased to tell you that your mock test series of Spark Academy, the All India mock test series, will start in your Feb first week or Jan last week to Feb first week, we will also be having your All India test series. Yep. And also we are also planning chapter wise tests for all the students. So once you are done with this, you will also be having chapters, right? You need to know the chapter wise tests. So we will have chapter wise tests as well. Timed chapter wise tests in our app, right? That will also be uploaded soon for all the subjects, not only just maths, for all the subjects, so that you can practice and check your scores. There will also be test analysis sessions. There will also be analysis sessions of the students, of your performance, of your track, and we have also started giving individual feedback to all of our students. So this analysis sessions will help you identify your strengths and weaknesses. Like for example, in our app for all the Spark Academy students, yesterday I discussed the weekend test, right? Wherein you saw what tests, what questions you had to attempt, how we solved the questions quickly in our JEE format, right? You have seen all that also. So this identification will also help you crack the exams. Yes, guys. So we would be having a comprehensive preparation plan for all our students. Yep. So this is your JEE mathematics plan for the time being. Calculus geometry should be your first priority. We will also try to take calculus geometry questions, calculus geometry concepts, calculus geometry tricks, and we'll do it. Then then we will try to solve previous year questions, and we will try to be ready. In our classes, as usual, we will discuss everything in detail. Yes, guys, I hope it is clear. Any questions? Now I will take few questions in the comments. Any questions you have regarding the examination, regarding your preparation, regarding your strategy, please feel free to ask. I'm reading your comments. I'm reading your comments. As and when I see your comments, I will discuss them as well. And for admissions, if your friends want to join, or if you want to join, if you haven't joined, we have exclusive JEE batches, Eamcet batches, whatever the competitive exam batches. We have open. Morning sessions are there as well as evening sessions are there, guys. Morning as well as evening live sessions are there. We have few recorded sessions as well. We are starting the test series soon. We have weekly doubt clarification sessions as well, which is included. Weekly doubt clarification sessions also are included here. And as usual, in our Telegram group, lot of quizzes are going on. In the last week as well, we have started the intensity of the quizzes. We will be having all India quizzes also soon in our Telegram group. If you haven't joined, please join the Telegram group as well. And lot of study materials also we are sharing. Lot of JEE advanced material also we have, guys. So we will help you with that as well. So these are all the aspects which I want you to consider during your preparation. From our end, we will support you completely. There are few questions with few of the students asked, like, how to, whether we should do all the questions. That is one question which students asked me, right? The simple answer for this is ideally yes, but if you don't get time, what you can do is, suppose there are like 1, 2, 3 questions. These 3 questions are of the same model. What you can do is, you can do 2 questions, leave the third. You can do it in that way also. That will help you in effective preparation. Also, some other questions which students ask me is, how to manage time. For that, mock tests are there. If you want to manage your time, mock test is the best way. Before mock test, as I told you, we will be having chapter-wise tests as well, right? So that chapter-wise test will help you identify your speed. Speed varies from person to person, right? So you might be solving 10 questions in half an hour. Another person might solve 20 in half an hour. So you can improve your speed only if you do the chapter-wise tests, which will also be uploaded for you soon in the app. right? So this is how you have to plan and study in a systematic way, guys. We will try to have more sessions like this for physics and chemistry as well. Physics, chemistry, and biology as well. Whereas we will give you individual plans subject wise so that you can make a plan and start preparing for the examination, guys. Those who are not there, those who are there in level 1, it's still fine. You sky, I mean, it's not the end of the world. You can still start your preparation and crack it, but don't expect immediate results. You need to give consistent preparation, you need to give time, then only you can expect results. And then obviously when you are at level 2, that means you have achieved some aspect of basics and all of that, so you can slowly start planning with level 3. Level 3 is just about writing mocks, improving your scores, and you know cracking the exam. So this is about the preparation plan, guys. I hope all of you followed it. Shivam asked me a question, how to manage time. That's what I told you. So you will get ample time. For JEE paper, since you have 3 hours, 3 hours time to just solve 75 questions, you will get ample time, guys. Time will be the last thing in your JEE. Only thing is you need to, identify the easy and medium level questions and then solve those first and then go for the tricky ones, lengthy ones. That will help you, you know, crack your paper easily. So that's the thing, guys. So I hope all of you have followed it. All of you understood where to start now. Yes, I don't want to confuse you by giving you a complicated plan. Keep things simple. Simple is good, right? So keep things simple. Focus on geometry and calculus for the next couple of months. Once you finish that thoroughly, once you attempt the chapter wise test for that, then you can come back to the other topics. This is how I want you to prepare for your upcoming not only JEE exams but also the other competitive exams as well as your boards. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining the session. We will be having lot more sessions on our YouTube channel uh, every week. So I look forward to see you all perform well in the exams. Thanks a lot, guys.